fuck yeah, dude.
Oh
I could turn
yeah,
myself
fuck
up.
yeah. Am I the middle guy? That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
it
gonna
looks
turn
like.
you down just a little
Well,
bit.
I only spiked because I was yelling there.
Okay,
So.
well.
I'm the blue guy on top.
That's Dave.
Yeah,
He's
that's pretty
on
loud
top.
there too, Dave.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's actually okay.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Okay, so we're rolling in the audio world.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Now, guys, we're rolling in the video world.
Is that recording right now?
That's recording right now.
That fucking rules, dude. You're a goddamn genius.
Dude, I had to go through so much to
You're
get
a
this to
fucking
work.
genius.
Unfortunately, though, despite all of our technological advances, we still have to clap.
Yes, we do have to clap.
Oh, we're sinking.
We have to say he knows.
knows.
This guy is in.
The business.
I work in
biz.
film.
All right, ready?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's try to get in on time.
Oh, on time.
Serious? I know it's a comedy show, but 1,
It is?
1, 2, 3. That'll work.
I mean, that'll work.
That'll
That's
work.
good. And it's very important that you clap every time.
What's
Keep that in
up?
mind.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to Scumbag or Scoundrel.
Look at this. Well, you know, last week we had a video problem. This week, if something goes wrong, write to Isaac. He's going to pay for it, dude.
I'll pay
because
for it.
I've got everything right here. So, friends, if you see me staring off in the distance, I'm just making sure it looks good for you.
He's just fucking stoned, dude.
No way.
Man, we got a buddy of mine, because last week was a lot of fun. We had a great time, and I brought on one of my good friends. We went to Humber together, Mr. Dave Koval. Very, very happy to have you on here. How you doing? What's going on in your life, buddy?
I'm good. Happy to be on with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just living it up.
Yeah. So what are you doing now? Like because we did comedy writing performance. There was many of us that went the stand up route. There's many of us that went the sketch. You know, the acting route. A lot of people are still doing improv. Yada yada yada. What's your MO these days?
So I came to Toronto deciding moved here like 2014. I decided I was either coming here to get into comedy.
Sorry, did you move here pre-Humber?
No, like I moved here for Humber.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I basically was like, I'm either coming to this city for comedy or I'm coming to get into the film world or some variation of both. And that's sort of kind of what I ended up doing a couple years ago. I don't even remember how it happened, but somehow I ended up working on a couple big Hollywood movies as a colorist.
What movies?
Shazam was the first big one.
Shit.
Who was the big names on that one? Name drop, buddy. Name
Zachary Levi.
drop. Don't know him.
He's so ripped.
Mark Strong plays the main villain.
He's so
Sounds
strong.
Don't know these guys.
Adam Brody.
Ooh, I do know Adam Brody. That's was that what the fuck was he in?
Oh, it's a TV show that you probably loved.
Oh, the OC.
That's the one.
it. Hell yeah. Oh, so man, me and my I used to watch the OC kind of like way after the fact that it was cool. So like me and my buddy had this house where we'd all go and get drunk as fuck. That was like the kind of party like on weekends we would just go hang out. But he didn't have. It was his grandma's old house, and he didn't have internet or anything like that. So we were very limited in what we could do. And the one day I was like cranked. Also, another funny thing is. He didn't have any glassware, so when we were drinking, he had a bunch of flower vases. So we'd just get cranked. We'd be mixing with ginger ale and whiskey in flour and just like drinking out of that, and it looked insane. But I went through an old box that he had there because we were like bored. And I was like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" And I found the first 2 seasons of the OC, and I was like, "Boys, I think we're gonna watch the OC." And we would just get crank drunk like a bunch of losers and watch the OC. It's not very exciting. I'm sorry. I thought that was an interesting story. We just got pissed drunk and watched the OC.
I think it's funny that you. I mean, were you watching it ironically?
I think we told ourselves we were, but I think we did get invested in the show.
But there's a certain point when you start getting into the show and the characters.
100%. Like the first few episodes were like, this is so dumb. And then the next one I was like, man, what's Summer doing though? What's she saying? What's she saying? I mean, the show's god awful, but it's like one of those things. It's like a train wreck. You kind of gotta watch.
I've done that before. There's a show from the 90s, the early 90s. It's this awful like sexy people cop show sort of thing called Silk Stockings.
I hate it. Okay.
Stalking spelled like a stalker.
Okay.
And it's just no one can act on the show. It's kind of like a Baywatch. It's just for hot detectives to solve hot crimes in Hollywood.
Hot crimes. What does that entail?
Just like they find, I don't know, it was like...
killed him and came on his face.
It was like, well, sometimes. Like,
Right,
just like hot, sexy orgies gone wrong and shit like that.
Gone wrong? How does a hot, sexy orgy go wrong?
Well, people die.
But how? From what?
I don't know. Someone gets mad and jealous and you're like, you're in an orgy.
I'll tell you how. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Check your batteries at home.
Please check it. This is actually a PSA, and we're getting paid, but We're getting paid by big carbon monoxide.
You think you're in hot, sweaty love, and you're like, oh, you're taking my breath away. But no, that's carbon monoxide.
that's literally your
You're
breath.
dying.
Okay, cool. So what was? Well, sorry, it was Shazam. That's what it was with what was his name on the OC again? What the fuck is that guy's name again?
Well, Adam Brody.
California.
He's not like a main character.
Pretty
but
main
he
character on
shows
the
up.
OC. Oh, in Shazam.
In Shazam, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's what's funny because when I saw him, I'm like, oh, I know this guy,
Yeah, of
and we're
course.
into like almost the end of shooting him. He
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
up.
Okay.
So yeah, Shazam. Basically, it's just so weird. Like I come from like television, like I did local TV and stuff for a while.
Yeah.
And that was just my credits. Like I've filmed a bunch of things and edited a bunch of like
Yeah.
things, like independent things. And I answered a Craigslist ad that was like, we're training colorists and editors for film. I had no idea it was going to be like a big movie like
So
that.
it was a Craigslist ad gone right. That never happens.
It doesn't usually.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It
That's
started my
crazy.
career.
I
It's
didn't know
bizarre.
I didn't know that's how you got into it.
Well, and the thing is, usually there's when you get into film, there's Mandy.com is
Yeah.
I'm not plugging. I don't plug Mandy, but no, it's like that's a website that you go to for like film classifieds.
That's a website you go to if you don't have an agent.
Well, basically, yeah, exactly. Or people who want to be crew members is the other
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? And I was just doing answering ads all the time there, and just nothing came of it. And then for some reason, I'm on Craigslist. I'm like, sure, why not? This sounds legit. And then all of a sudden, like I'm working on this big fucking, I don't know, like Disney movie or something like that.
Yeah, was Shazam Disney?
I forget.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Disney,
it was
Disney,
Fox.
who
It was
cares?
Fox, but
Right,
whatever.
right.
So yeah, it was a weird way to get into a career. I
That's
guess.
also insane that they would open that up to Craigslist. That's pretty cool, honestly. Hey,
yeah. It's a little
check your
weird,
local
but-
Craigslist ads.
I met one of my best friends on Craigslist. You know,
That-
Nick, the guy who plays drums for me.
Oh, really? That was like so you open up like an open audition on Craigslist?
Yeah,
for a
so
drummer?
we got rid of our drummer and we had a show booked.
Why'd you get rid of him?
Oh,
No, it's okay. We
It's
don't have to
such
get
a
into
good
it.
story,
All right,
but it's a
okay.
long story.
All right. Well, maybe when we do an episode just us two. Is it a Scumbag or Scoundrel
Oh,
story?
dude, it's such a scumbag. I can't believe
Fuck
I haven't
yes.
fucking.
Dude, next
Dude,
time
I wanna
next
hear
time
this
we
story.
next time
Holy
we
shit.
have a guest that bails or something like
It
we'll just
ended
do it.
with me kicking a guy out of a band, and I had to live with him for 8 more months.
That's
and
8 months.
he turned an army of people against me, bro. It rules.
That does rule.
And guess what? I was in the right. He deserved it.
I
dude.
was right. He was wrong.
Is this not a story you've already told on the podcast?
I can't
No.
believe I haven't told this.
No, I'm sure you've told me at some point when we were having a few drinks, and I just don't remember. I'm sure once you get going, there'll be parts that come back. But I would love to air this one out on the podcast.
one
but
day,
not
dude.
today. This is about Dave. Fuck you. Keep watching our show if you want to hear this awesome rad story. Sorry, Ed. Go on.
I was just gonna
Craigslist.
say Craigslist. Met my buddy Nick on there.
Yeah.
If you see a nice
Nick
guy,
rules.
if you see a Craigslist ad, it puts a little sprinkle in your heart. Reply, turn up. I mean, maybe tell a friend where you're going, but
yeah.
I met one of my favorite sweet dudes on there.
Yeah, that guy is the best. I fucking love Nick. And a great drummer. He was a lot of fun.
Fantastic
Yeah.
drummer. Nick, if you're watching, thanks for watching
Yeah,
the
this
show.
is a little
dude.
plug
Like,
on
subscribe.
Nicky boy. Sorry, can I also ask you this? What is? Do you like how I'm touching you so much?
I do.
All right. Yeah, get in there, Ed.
Yeah, we're all friends.
We're all friends.
Was it cool that I
What-
just touched you?
You can touch me all you want.
What is a colorist?
So,
What does that mean?
um,
Because you went to school prior to Humber for
Yes.
something else.
so I went to school for TV broadcast
Okay.
when I was in London, Ontario.
What did you learn
Born and
there?
raised London, Ontario, and I went to Fanshawe.
Yeah.
And
Fanshawe, Project
Fanshawe
X, or whatever the
College.
fuck. Oh, that was a movie. There was the riots, the Fanshawe
I
riots.
heard they. I heard
it
they
did
call
come
it.
out. It did come out when I was there. But
yeah,
I see
yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard they call it Fun Shaw.
Don't do this, Ed.
I mean, yeah, but you know, there were the riots that happened when I was
Yeah.
there. Nothing to do with.
So
me.
you were at the school when the riots happened?
Yeah.
Did you partake? If there's any comps watching, this is all hypothetical and alleged.
Oh, this has been dealt with a decade ago. They came. One of the guys in our class got pulled out of class because he had a bunch of footage because he was filming
course.
the whole time, and they're like,
do you
"Hey,
not?
can we come? We're gonna take your hard drive and all." This.
Fuck you, pig.
And that's something.
I'm gonna crank it.
That's something Joel would have said.
Wait, what were you
anyways.
guys protesting?
Yeah, what- Don't do this, Ed.
We were
Not
protesting. We were
here.
protesting boredom, is what we were protesting.
Were you guys about to storm the Capitol or something, dude?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
and
Would
no.
you? Were you flying the satanic Canadian flag or something like that, bro?
Ed. Or Dave. What,
These are leading questions, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, dude?
So yeah, Funshaw,
Yeah.
great place.
Nice deflection.
I was not at the riots, but it did happen when I was there. And do you remember those stupid Harlem Shake memes that were going on?
I remember the Harlem Shake. Yeah.
Yeah. So someone made one of those for like, okay, they torched a news van. It was
I
insane.
mean, that's funny as fuck.
It's crazy, but someone made a Harlem Shake where it's like, you know, it's dun, 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 it's building up, and there was some guy in a Gumby suit at the riot. I don't know
Hell
why,
yeah.
and he jumped on this news truck while it was like in
On
flames.
fire?
Yeah. And then they do the hard
That's
cut in the
pretty-
Harlem Shake to it exploding, so it looks like that guy died in an explosion in the way they edited the
That's
video.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that's
weird.
real ass. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
I do love that, dude.
I mean, that's pretty fucking sick.
bring
Good
back the
times.
Harlem Shake.
Bring
man.
back the Harlem Shake and bring back sitting. Actually, I can't say it. I don't want to get in trouble. Never mind.
What?
Don't do any of that.
You saying bring back tearing down the fake news media? Is that what you're trying to do, bro?
Dude, stop trying to make me Alex Jones. I don't. I don't.
I don't know, dude.
Before we start recording, he goes, "Dude, just scatter a bunch of papers on the desk to make it look like you're Alex Jones." I'm like, what? No. What is this bit? I don't want to be Alex Jones.
Isaac, this is who you are. Lean in.
Frogs today.
Lean in, dude.
All right, fair enough.
I'll be the left dude on the show who's like, whoa, you've gone nuts. Bro.
You've got. Oh, good. You'll be the sound, the voice of reason.
And I'll be the centrist in the middle who is
Good,
just like,
good.
well, just let him talk though. He might have a point eventually. So yeah.
Nah,
There's a war on information, people. There's a war on it. Dave.
Yeah.
Colorist. What
So-
the fuck is that?
So I guess what was I saying? I was like, oh, I went to Fanshawe for TV broadcast.
Right.
So that doesn't get you into the film world necessarily. It's like a parallel world. So I came to Toronto and I just kept filming shit, and eventually they're like, hey, you could be a colorist. You know how to sit in front of a computer and do stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I do. Basically, like I'm basically a dailies processor. It's just I'm the first guy to see the footage off set. They film all day, and then it's like 9 p.m. or whatever, and they're like, all right, Dave, here's some footage. Take care of this. Make sure it looks good. So I got to make sure it's all nicely colored and like everything matches. And then I send it off to the editors, and I send it off to the studio bigwigs back in Hollywood.
Yeah, back in LA.
Oh yeah, and and they screen it every day, and then the next day they bitch and complain about what I did wrong. Most of the time. Yeah, that's the short version of it.
Cool. I mean, that's pretty interesting. And
see
all
some
of this
cool
from Craigslist.
Yeah, it's the weirdest way.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like I had like a decent enough resume
Yeah.
where I'd like been on some sets and I'd worked on some things where they're like, okay, so this guy's not totally foreign to the world of.
Do you ever meet the actors? Or are you just like all behind the scenes?
It's unfortunately it's like gotten more and more behind the scenes.
Talk shit on some actors who you
because
met
of-
that you hated.
All right, so this is one guy, and his first name's Mark, and his last name I'm not going to say, but he's a douche. There, is that a word?
Mark Wahlberg?
Yep.
Not
Really?
No, actually, I did work out. No, I can't. I didn't meet him. I actually worked on a Mark Wahlberg movie, so I realized now I shouldn't say that.
well, dude, we can talk shit. We'll just bleep out their name, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Mark Wahlberg. Okay.
Mark Wahlberg's a great guy, apparently.
Yeah.
Wait, here's where we'll make the cut.
Okay.
I can't believe he did that to you, man. But we should move on. I know you don't want to get him in any trouble.
I liked Marky Mark though when he was a rapper. Oh, sorry, that just totally negated what we
man,
just did.
I
I'm sorry.
mean,
Oh, dude. Okay, here's where
Yeah.
we'll make the cut. I can't believe he blinded a Vietnamese dude that one time and just got away. Oh, damn. Sorry, that'll give it away too. Okay, here we go. Cut. Wahlburgers taste like shit. Sorry, dude.
All right. Yeah, no, everyone's. I don't meet a lot of actors because I'm not. The other thing is like pre-COVID, because I started like 2018. I would occasionally go to set sometimes. Like I'd go pick up footage and like kind of just hang out and be like, hey, I wouldn't talk to anyone, but I'd like hang out with the people on set and whatever. And then COVID comes along, and all of a sudden they're restricting who can go on set for valid reasons. I'm too ugly to hang around with pretty people. And
That's true.
Yeah.
Look at your jawline, though. All right.
I know every now and then I look in the screen and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
let's fucking sit up.
Posture. Yeah.
So, Dave, what's it like being a colorist, bro?
Well, let me ask you over here.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't get to really hang out with people. And this last project I work on, they didn't even send me to the city they're filming in, which is
Oh, you just edit all here?
yeah.
So
just
like if
remotely.
they're filming, do you edit anything for like LA and New York and shit like that, or is it just like all like Vancouver, Toronto?
I actually, so it gets confusing because there's so many companies involved. I do work, like right now I'm working for New York,
Right.
but our gear is from LA
Right.
and they're shooting in Mexico. And I don't know who my
What
boss
are they shooting
is.
in Mexico?
This
You're
pro-
working for the cartel.
Maybe you know it.
That'd be cool.
The project I'm working on right now is called Washington Black. And
Okay.
it's all out there. It's public information. It's a book that was very well received, and now they're shooting a series of it.
What's the book about?
I don't even know.
It is a post-slavery tale.
Nice.
It's about a kid who grew up in slavery, and it's sort of his venture out of that world and trying to live in
what it's like to
that
kind
world.
of adapt into a post-slavery world.
Yeah, basically,
Cool.
yeah. And so
that actually sounds like a great. Is it based on a true story or is it like completely fictional?
I don't know enough about it. I have to admit, I don't know the source material on it. It doesn't matter. I'm not in charge of editing any things that would be important. I just put color on it and it goes.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But
I mean, that sounds pretty cool. I might check that out. Is it? Do you know what streaming service is going to come on or?
I don't offhand. This is the thing. Anytime I work on a movie, it's like, oh, I'm working for this company. It's going to end up here, and then it ends up elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like I also worked on just before this Prey, which was the Predator prequel, which just came out, and it was on Hulu. So I'm like, oh, great. We don't even get that in Canada, so I can't even like legally watch it.
It's called the internet. You can just get whatever.
Legally, you can't though.
Oh, right.
Legally, if you want to get it for free, you got to know some people.
Yeah, you got to know some people that have a password that they can share with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Dave, I got your Crave. Don't let Crave know that. Cool, man. Cool. And then you also worked on Home Alone, right?
I did. I worked on the Home Alone reboot.
Who was that? That was a bad movie, though, wasn't it? Like, didn't people hate it?
I'm not gonna comment because they might have hired me again.
Sorry. It was
it's
an
just
ill.
my livelihood.
Okay, we'll bleep it out. Don't worry.
It was an ill-received movie, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was crap. But anyways, it was a Home Sweet Home Alone, which is.
But wasn't what's his name from SNL? Wasn't he on that?
There was a lot of funny comedians in. I liked all the parts with the comedians.
Sure.
Like Chris Parnell's in it.
That's it, Parnell. I fucking love Parnell.
Andy Daly's
so
in it.
Funny.
Pete Holmes is in it.
Right.
Ellie Kemper, Rob Delaney.
Wow.
Yeah,
they had a fucking good cast.
I think there's Kenan Thompson has a bit in it too.
That's hilarious. They really went SNL heavy.
Yeah. Well, it's written by Mikey Day and Streeter Seidel, who are both SNL writers.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
cool.
It's like when I watch a lot of times I watch comedies and I'm like I can laugh at this part and not be like, oh, this movie or whatever.
Sure.
I personally wasn't a big fan of the kid they chose.
Let's talk shit on kids.
But it's also you're trying to match like Macaulay Culkin.
Sure.
Yeah, was this kid a real scumbag or what? What did he do on set?
I don't know. I wish the story was about him. I want to keep my job. I don't want to.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No,
it is also tough to reboot like one of those like absolute classics that was like
Yeah.
a favorite. Nobody's ever going to receive. I don't even know why they bother trying with.
Because we're there's
money. It's recognizable.
Well, yeah, they're just out of ideas, dude. There's nothing new anymore.
Yes, but do you really make money on this? Like, what is the cost of making one of these films? Like, if it bombs in the box office, if nobody's picking up or watching it, like, where's the revenue coming from?
I think it's got to be that you're still making money off a recognizable brand more than for you to come up with an original idea. Like, even the the production and marketing stuff you'd have to put behind like, oh, a new movie, Section 8 or something.
Right.
I don't know if I mentioned that as a game, but versus here's a recognizable brand. Oh, we're doing another Predator movie, so. Even for all the people who shit talk and they're like, oh no, another remake, it's like people are still going to watch it.
Sure.
Because it's like, oh, it's a recognizable thing.
And you want to see if it's bad or not.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Or some people just like to trash talk and not watch it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I definitely do it. Well, I don't try. I just make fun of things, but I'm like, I actually don't have a point of reference. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I haven't seen this at all. Like, when the female Ghostbusters came out, bro, I had never even seen the original Ghostbusters.
Oh,
I had nothing to say.
Yeah,
but I was like, I would make fun of it because that was like the funny thing to do. But like, I was like, I don't fucking know. Maybe it was awesome.
Yeah.
I had a friend tell me that it was great. I had a friend tell me that she fucking cried because of how awesome it was to see like all of these ladies that she loved and respected do like one of these huge pivotal. And I was like, that's kind of cool.
Hell
like,
yeah.
I mean, I'll still never watch the fucking movie. I'm sure it sucks ass to me. But it rules that other people can enjoy it.
Just watch the film clips on YouTube.
But again, I wouldn't watch the original Ghostbusters. I know, hate on me all you want, but I just didn't grow up with that shit.
Yeah.
My parents weren't into it. I didn't like it's for me to enjoy because that's what I found. Like for you to enjoy old movies, it has to resonate with like you have to have known and loved it as a kid because they never hold up.
Oh,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
I've tried watching like some of those old like Sandler classics with like my nieces and nephews, and they're like, "This fucking sucks." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? If you didn't grow up with it, it does kind of suck.
Yeah,
like they're not good.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me. Like it's not a funny joke. It's not a good bit.
It's absolutely not, and
but
that shows you how much comedy has changed.
It's still 100%. It's
Yeah,
adapted. and it'll still crush with anybody that grew up with it. And
Yeah.
people and Sand fans, like they'll fucking fight tooth and nail and tell you, no, he's so funny. It
Oh,
was
is
like,
that
he's
what
not.
they're called? They're...
I don't know. I just made that up. I think Sand fans.
Sick.
Come on.
Sand fans. Yo,
Sand
Sand fans. It's on site. Don't fucking come around here.
Don't come around here. Don't get me wrong. I love my old Sandler movies too because I grew up with it, and that was like what I grew up loving. But like, if you watch it from the perspective of like pretending like you didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
you go, "This isn't great."
You know
Of
what
course
one?
this isn't great.
You know what one he did that made me sad, and that's when I was done.
Rain Over Me.
No, Click.
Oh,
yeah, but Christopher Walken. Wow.
It's too sad,
Probably
dude. I don't want to
pretty
see
sad.
the guy. I don't.
I also like Nick Swardson in that. That's why I talk about liking pieces of movies.
Sure. There's always scenes.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
the same
yeah.
with Ridiculous Six, man. That
Yeah.
movie was so bad, but there's the scene where the dude from Mr. Deeds is inventing the game of baseball, and he's just
Okay.
improvising and he's coming up with rules as he goes. And as somebody that has played baseball his whole life, is very familiar with the rules, and sometimes to an outsider looking in, these rules seem insane. So it's funny for this guy to be like,
Yeah.
"No, I get 3 strikes, not 2. That doesn't count." Or they throw the ball and it doesn't like. He doesn't swing it. They're like, "Okay, that's your 3rd strike. You're done." You're like, "No, that's a ball. That one was outside of the strike zone." And they're like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like, he's just making things like,
Yeah.
or it goes like way over his head. He goes, "Nah, I don't know. Run around all the bases. I'm not chasing that down." Like all of these
Yeah,
things
okay.
are like just fucking crushing me. I was like, literally, the movie was terrible, but that scene,
Yeah.
I haven't audibly laughed that hard in a long time. I was like, that's funny as hell.
There's always gonna be funny bits, even like the stupidest, most reviled. Like when people are trash talking, you know, when those guys were doing all the spoof movies, but like way past that era where people enjoyed it. So like date movie, epic movie, superhero movie.
Yeah, sure.
There's like I will
But
watch
those movies are so bad that they're actually funny
But
sometimes.
I'll watch bits of it when it's on like cable and on my parents or something.
Sure,
I'm like, yeah, it's
sure.
on, and I will laugh really hard at some parts of it.
Yeah.
The other problem was like the trailers for their movies. Every joke was like, oh, a nut shot. Oh, something fell on Paris Hilton. Like it's like those were every joke.
Great bits.
Yeah.
Killer stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know. You gotta.
Yeah.
It's this thing too where those old movies, the style of humor that was acceptable in like mainstream Hollywood comedies was so goofy. Dude, Where's My Car cleaned up at the box office. The movie is
It's
so
so
dumb.
bad.
It's so dumb. But we loved like
we love it.
Pauly Shore movies back
Sure,
then and
sure.
whatever. You
Oh,
know.
whoa. Pauly Shore really.
And there's and, you know and
Okay,
every
bye.
generation's
Pauly
gonna
Shore.
have that, you know. In years we're gonna look back on the comedies that came out today and be like, what the fuck was that? Like,
Oh, yeah,
what were we
sure.
thinking, you know?
Yeah.
I don't even think they make comedies anymore. Like as far as like ones that go to the theaters.
Pure, like pure comedy.
well, now with
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Now with streaming services, yeah.
It seems like they're like a Step Brothers, where I was like, dude, we're going to the theaters, we're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. I guess
Yeah.
Jackass 4, but
Jackass 4, yeah, but you're right. There's not a whole lot of. I mean, they're still making like comedies, but we haven't seen a really good comedy in a while. Like we haven't seen like a class, like an immediate quotable classic. Like
Yeah.
when Step Brothers came out, say what you will, it was overdone, fine. But when it came out,
Yeah.
it was immediately quotable.
Yeah.
Everybody had they had the fucking shirts, they had the paraphernalia, they
Yeah.
had like. Everybody was quoting those two dudes.
Yeah.
And you're right. We haven't seen anything like
or
that.
even
in
like
long
just
time.
a nice goofy like Napoleon Dynamite. There hasn't been anything like that in a while either.
I think, you know what, man, and I think what kind of birthed that is like the age of social media in a lot of ways, of like where people look to social media to receive their laughs or their entertainment in a lot of ways. Whereas when we
Short
were
form.
kids, we didn't have the short form exactly. Where we had big box office Hollywood joke movies to laugh at and go. Now there's movies coming out every other week with Netflix, all these streaming services that it just doesn't happen to the same extent.
You know another thing when it was talking about like the spoof movies and like the really big goofy comedies.
Yeah.
The time it takes to like write and produce a film, and you're trying to do topical jokes. In this day and age, by then, people who have already a thing happens in the world, and people the next day have jokes out on TikTok and Instagram.
Sure.
So
it's hard to
yeah.
keep on top of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. The jokes are stale by the time that the movie
Yeah.
comes out.
You have to be you have to intentionally not be topical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So it's harder, and also a lot more hybrid comedy movies, like action comedies.
Sure.
Like Deadpool. It's like it's not a.
Yeah, I guess Deadpool, you could make the argument that I mean, I didn't like it, but that was an immediate classic that people loved and was quotable and was on t-shirts.
But it's an action
everywhere.
movie
Yeah,
that is
you're
funny.
Right.
It's not like just a straight Chris Farley comedy.
Sure,
Dude,
sure.
Dude, I've got
sure.
the
Where
answer
it's
to
just-
this problem.
Oh, I hate it already.
Window washy.
No, dude, stop trying to pitch window wash.
Yo, guys at home watching.
Stop.
I got
No.
this whole character called the Window Washy. He rules. He's based on a real guy. I'm gonna put a clip in at the end of the episode. Don't worry.
From your Snapchat.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a clip in. I can't do it.
Is this one of the bits that you do for your?
Yeah, he records
Yeah,
himself
dude.
on
Boys?
Snap.
Yeah,
There was a greasy old fucking dude that he saw in Hamilton. He'd never heard his voice, but he goes and he would wash people's windows, and he goes, "That's window washing." And then he created this entire character
Whole
based off
bit.
this random
Window
audio.
washing.
This.
It rules, dude. It
And then,
rules.
honestly, the bits are funny. He'd be like, he'd just be like, I'm a window washer. And then he'd go wash the window, and then he'd start licking it and shit. Like, just like gross.
Yeah, yeah.
fucking-
Like I'd,
it just makes you uncomfortable.
I'd
that
take
you laugh.
mustard and I'd put it all over my face and rub it on the window and
Oh,
dude.
That's good.
That's what we. That's what this nation needs.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. You guys at home,
Yeah,
you need a
bro.
good window wash.
I'm a window washer.
Dude, that's not how he sounds. I can't do it. I can't do it because I'm not in costume. But I need
All
my
right.
sport glasses and my bangs.
All right, I think it's time to get into the scumbag or the scoundrel that is Dave Koval.
Oh yeah.
But before we do, I did promise you guys a shot.
Hell
so
yeah, dude.
you guys continue to talk. I'll pour these for us.
We are officially legally sponsored by this whiskey company.
Ooh.
Come get it. What is it?
Can you tell by the... No, dude, we're not sponsored. They don't want us associated with them.
Hey, yo, people watching at home, this is where we probably would do an ad. If you wanted to sell anything, if you send us money, Isaac will say anything on this show for money. Anything. So, if you're need your political propaganda pushed, if you're trying to sell some sort of tablecloth for us.
All right, we got these are my shot glasses. I don't own real shot glasses. I found these at a yard sale, a bunch of like Chinatown little Toronto Maple Leaf teacups. And a lot of the labels aren't even printed on properly. They're like crooked and stuff, so they're my favorite. These
Yo,
are-
dude, put your mics to your throat so people can hear you swallow. ASMR.
Yeah, good call. ASMR swallowing.
All
of a
right,
shot.
to the Leafs.
To the Leafs and to Scumbag or Scoundrel. Cheers. And to Canada Day, even though this will come out after Canada Day.
Hell yeah, dude. Did you hear me swallow?
I did. It
Nice.
was really loud.
I really fucking gave it when I choked her back,
You need a
dude.
beer, Dave?
Yes, I do after that. That was very appley.
How you doing on your Smirnoff there, buddy?
You know what? I'll take another one. Why the hell not?
I keep like glancing at the camera because it just feels like another person in the room. Like, hey, what's up?
That's the fourth wall, as they call it in your business, bro.
I'm trying not to break it every
Ready,
damn
dude?
bit.
I don't have a can opener.
Oh,
It didn't come off properly. Uh-oh. Man, that got immortalized in me butchering it.
there we go. You look at that. Fourth time's a fucking charm. So, Dave,
All
what
right,
have you
Dave.
got for us?
What
What
have you
is
got for
this? Let's let her rip, bro.
It's quite an intro to the.
Hey, Dave, what do you got for us?
What do you mean? It was so good,
what-
okay? We brought you on
what-
because you said you're a funny guy. You're gonna be funny. You're gonna be a fucking idiot.
Worst thing you've ever done or seen or said in private.
Or public, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I have an experience,
Uh-huh.
which was a pretty terrifying experience for me.
Okay.
I would say it involved one of the shittiest human beings I think I've had.
Is this
to
the
cross
Joe
paths with.
Rogan experience?
Oh,
shit.
wow,
Oh
baby,
shit.
let me tell you.
I'm on the left side of the table, baby.
I'm gonna preface this by saying, like, I'm a pretty safe guy. Like, I don't really throw myself into weird situations because,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm a fearful guy,
The fuck?
and fear keeps you alive, kids. But so this is a story of I went.
This is a story
All about how
Okay,
I
I'm sorry.
went
I'm sorry.
on a
No,
blind
no, no,
date.
no. Sorry.
All right, fine.
Yo,
Oh, I
I
thought
can
you were
whip
gonna
up
sing
the
the
Pro
whole song.
Tools
I was
if we want.
I was gonna do my whole story like that, but if you
God,
kill
I
the
gotta. Thank God I cut that bit.
momentum killer over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm happy I did it.
So, anyways, this is a story of a time when I went on a blind date.
Was she blind?
She is now.
Maybe don't say this one on.
She was allergic to dates and she went blind.
Happens to the best of us.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm the king.
All right. Sorry, Dave. Go ahead. Don't. All right.
Thanks, bro.
I didn't want to, because I know you guys do the
Yeah.
bump, so I was gonna
No,
do
I
that.
just don't want you to encourage him. Sorry. Go on.
I'm gonna keep encouraging.
Thanks, bro.
So yeah, blind date, or that seems like an old, outdated term. It was an online date. I met someone on an online matchmaking
But
service.
was there images available? of
Yes,
this
there
individual?
was.
Okay, so
This-
it's not really a blind.
It's
date.
about right. I guess you would. Yeah, okay. Whatever. This was like a decade ago though, so I would say it was
early Tinder.
It was It was early. Yeah. It was early Tinder or whatever.
Was that the app?
Do
you remember? Was it Cupid now?
No, it was the guy. Tinder, the guy. He like hooked us up.
Oh,
like,
nice,
you guys
dude.
like each other. That was the days of like POF, OK Cupid.
Right, plenty of fish. That's right.
Plenty of fans.
Yeah.
Ashley Madison.
I maybe. I'm a good person.
No, Ashley Madison was specifically a one that only for married people to go fuck other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Cool. So, anyways, I was meeting up with this married woman that I was gonna fuck. And no, I wasn't. It wasn't. I don't know which app I met her on. Doesn't probably really matter.
Okay.
Might have been FetLife. Hey.
Yes, doggy.
So she was interesting. Very interesting person. This is also like London, Ontario.
Right.
Like I've moved to Toronto now, and like I've met every type of person and had every type of date, and like nothing really super surprises me anymore.
So you're living in Toronto at this time, but she's from London?
No, I'm still in London.
Okay.
This is like a year before I moved to Toronto.
Okay.
And so I'm like, and I'm also, I didn't date a lot when I was younger. So this is me in my 20s sort of exploring dating like as someone who doesn't know as much as they maybe should. Mm-hmm. So I go, basically this girl's like, hey, we should hang out. I'm kind of like, I'm cleaning my house today. I don't really have any time to like go out to a bar or whatever. Like, do you want to just like come hang out at my house
while I clean?
Sick
date, Dave.
Yeah, buddy.
No wonder she tried to murder you.
I'm going to a chick's house. Yeah, first day. Blah, blah, blah.
So hold on. Sorry, were you going to her house or was she coming to yours?
No, I was going to hers because
she was cleaning.
She was
okay.
And it wasn't even just cleaning. She was like refinishing a room or something. She's like, I'm gonna be doing some sanding.
Handiwork though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, yeah. So like I go over to hang out with her, and she may or may have not lived in sort of a sketchy area of London.
Okay. Dundas?
East of Adelaide.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But whatever. She had a house. It was like, oh, you got a house. That's cool. Ooh, house owner. But so I go over and we're hanging out, and we're like, oh, hey, yeah, we get along. Let's get some beers, have a couple drinks, hang out. Yeah. I'd say we're hanging out for like an hour or something, and some guy like knocks on the door, and she's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, a friend of mine, is it cool if you're chilling?" I was like, "Okay."
So while she's cleaning, hold on. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
While she's cleaning her house, you have gone over on a date to watch her clean her house, and now
I helped her. It was like
okay.
it was sexy. We like
it wasn't. It's irrelevant anyway.
Romantic.
So you're over at her house while she's cleaning, right?
Yes.
And then some random individual is now
random to me.
Random to you.
Yes.
Not to her, obviously, but random individual is now in the house and is there to hang out.
Yeah, and
okay.
She basically, oh, sorry, it's it's an ex of mine. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of my exes. Like, I'd be like, okay, just like tell me beforehand or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
okay, you can be friends with your exes, but if you're on a new date, maybe don't hang with your
weird.
ex.
She
really
was
weird.
She was just
that's
her
great.
Awareness.
That you're friends with your...
Her awareness was not for like social situations. Was clearly not firing on all
or
cylinders.
Maybe she
had burgers in the ass.
Maybe she knew exactly what she was doing.
That's also possible, but I think she was just dumb, to be honest, from what I got.
She's like, oh, you want to be just friends? Well, I'm bringing over a date tonight to help me do some grout work.
Yes.
I'm grouting the whole washroom, and he's going to hell.
He's going to help me grout without you. Shirtless, hot, covered in grout.
Oh, I realized I skipped a part of the story.
Okay, go back.
You got the grout?
The shirtless part kind of applies. I get to her house and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm sanding this room or whatever, and I was like, okay. She starts taking her clothes off. Like, how did I skip this part? She's like,
she's taking her clothes off while she's grouting and working.
She's like
not grouting, she's sanding or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. She's like,
okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean. I should have mentioned this to you. Like, I'm a nudist, and it's like.
Oh, that's what she's saying to you.
Yeah. And she's just like, oh, I don't want to get my clothes dirty. Like, I'm gonna sand it. It's gonna get shit all over my clothes. I might as well just do it naked. And
that's pretty cool though. You're just watching this fucking girl nude.
Hell yeah, dude! A Buddhist, that rules.
That's not. I don't. All right.
Yes,
fine.
dude. Yes, dude. It rhymed.
Are you mad that he encourages your jokes? Yeah. So she's naked.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, okay. Like, she's got like a sander. I'm like.
Oh, she's got like an actual like fucking electric sander.
Yeah,
she's not sanding. She's like.
Yeah. Okay. She's just making that noise. She's like, this is funny, right?
Hey, check out this bit. Okay. All right. Sorry. Go on.
I would have married her if she was that funny. But so. For some reason, I'm like, all right, let's go for it. I like took my clothes off, and I'm like,
You
I'll
took
help
your
you.
clothes off with her, and you were like,
That
wow.
was a big step for me at that age, because like,
Nice.
I mean, honestly, that is a big step.
yeah,
I was
it was trippy. But
not. Yeah, I don't want to step on your story, but I'll say this real quick. That is a huge step. I was asked to do a comedy show at a nudist colony. Dude, I straight up backed out. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. That's literally what nightmares are made of.
Yeah.
You in front of a crowd naked? That's like a nightmare.
Dude,
I was like, I can't. I know.
Right,
You-
but I'd be like, don't worry, bro. I'll come down with you. And right before you went up, I'd throw some cold water on your junk and be like, hell yeah, dude.
That's what it always looks like. He's got a little pee-pee. I go, no, sometimes it looks bigger.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry. Anyways,
no,
you're
it's relevant. Like, yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah.
you're nude with her you're grouting the washroom.
Right. I guess it's not really super relevant to the story. I forgot that's a
No,
No,
but
it's
that is
relevant
that is
you're
a
naked.
that is a
It's
weird.
relevant.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
relevant,
yeah.
and that's a weird tidbit of information. So you're both in the nude doing.
Yeah.
What a fucking date this is.
It
already.
was the
Are you
weirdest.
kidding me?
It was the weirdest.
okay.
Up to this point, it was the weirdest.
Okay, I'm sorry. So at this point, we went back in time. So this guy hasn't showed up to the house yet.
Right. Well,
Okay.
but anyways, cut to it's like, okay, hey, that was crazy. I never done that before. You got naked.
work and
got
naked before.
Stand in a room with my.
Why are you a
butt cheeks.
1920s baseball announcer? Okay.
I don't know. It just happened that way. And then so this guy shows up and is like, we put our clothes on.
You're both okay. That's
yeah.
what I was. I was like,
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you
yeah,
naked
yeah.
for this? Because that is a crucial tidbit of
Now
information.
here's the thing. So this guy turned out to be cool, and like he probably would have been like, oh shit, I'll come back later. Like he didn't give a fuck. He was just legitimately like the ex. You're like, oh fuck, the ex is here. But like, oh, but this guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, good dude.
And we hung out, had some smokes, had some
Big
beers.
hog. Hell yeah.
If this was how the story and the day had gone, it would have been a fun day and a memorable non-scumbag or scoundrel related story.
Still interesting.
Yeah. And like I'd like driven over there, and for whatever reason I was like, all right, let's just get trashed. So that was probably a mistake of mine, because what ends up happening later, the situation that happens, I can't really escape from, because it's like I don't want to leave my car here, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, you had to drive drunk.
So I made that mistake of just being like, yeah, let's get drunk
Allegedly, you had to. That we can't prove that this happened. This is all alleged. Could be manufactured. Could be not real.
Allegedly. We'll put the clip in at the end of the video beside window wash.
But sorry, girl. Sorry, go on.
Okay, so we hang out, we're having a fun time. I'm like, this is the weirdest date I've ever been on, but a good time.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm hanging out. She's like, I like to get naked, and her ex is like, hey, you want to get drunk? Let's be friends. I'm like, cool.
So the ex, he came over with like booze and shit, and he was like ready to party, or like, did you have to hook him up?
I think we were just hanging out, and he was just like, oh, okay, hey, cool, yeah, he's a cool guy. Like, want to get beers? And then we like went like, all right, let's get beers and whatever.
I mean, that's pretty rad.
Yeah,
that is pretty rad.
Yeah,
genuinely,
yeah.
I think that's very cool.
Yeah.
That like people have the.
Yeah.
I fucking hate jealousy. I think I love that idea.
I
of
probably
like,
thought a threesome was gonna happen at some point. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't give a
100%.
fuck, man.
How do you not think that? Come on, the act is over. He's hanging out.
pretty weird.
He's super
Yeah.
cool with
It's
you.
a pretty weird
It is
situation.
weird.
And
It
he's
is,
like,
but yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, hey, you want to go get fucking drunk together? It's like, yeah, you're sucking my dick later today,
Yeah.
dude, and it's gonna rule.
Yeah,
and she's
we're
also
nudists.
going to.
We're nudists.
We're nudists, and we all fucking blow each other.
That
It
would have
rules.
been such a better way for the story. to have
Okay,
gone.
sorry, it didn't. I keep cutting you off. I'll let you.
No, you're. I get it. You're
I'm po-
embracing.
that's
it. Yeah,
podcasting,
yeah, that's
baby.
podcasting, baby. So we're hanging out for a couple hours. We're having fun.
You, the ex, and the
We're
girl.
exploring each other's bodies.
Are you really?
No, we're not.
Okay,
That's
dude,
not,
you
that doesn't even
gotta.
happen
All right,
anymore.
okay.
Getting me
Who
torqued
knows?
over here.
Hell yeah. So a couple hours go by. There's another knock at the door. And I'm like, is this another ex? And she's just
You
like,
cracked a joke.
yeah. And she's,
All right.
and she's like, I hope not. And I'm like,
But in her mind, it's like it could be.
but guess what? It was the baby daddy.
Oh no, dude.
Showing up with
Oh,
the
no.
kid.
Was this? So was this the OG? The OG ex?
Yes, this was the one she had a kid with.
This is the one that she had a kid with, and the other guy that's there, he was the one that dated her after the kid.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah, he was
rebound.
just- or I don't know
He's
the
the
order of
rebound.
dating. I didn't go through.
I want to
entire
know the
history,
order, but that's okay. All right, you don't know the order. That's fine.
I wasn't like, all right, give me the order and a spreadsheet.
So hold on. I just want to stay on top of this because this is crazy. This is getting crazy.
Well,
So you are there with her ex, and now the father of her child is there with her child.
two exes unannounced.
Two exes unannounced.
Yeah.
One's pretty cool. This guy sounds like he
Bro.
maybe
This
is.
is like bad date inception, bro.
I
Yeah.
will.
It's dateception.
I will say the cool ex possibly. No, that's too hyperbolic. I was gonna be like, he maybe saved my life that night. He didn't, but he was sticking up for me.
All right.
With the events that
Let's
come.
get there.
I know.
Well, of course,
I know.
he's like,
prefacing a
I'm
little
also, yeah. He's like, I know. I've
Yeah.
dealt with this fucking lunatic too. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, no,
okay.
100%. I think that's now that I'm thinking back about it.
Of course.
So he shows up with the kid and
Dave.
goes care. Oh, I'm gonna say names.
Make up
Dox her.
names.
Dox her.
No, don't please.
He says Dr. Stinky Puss. You.
That's the name you came up with.
I'm a blue.
Stinky
I work
Puss.
blue, baby.
All right, can we call
She's
her
an
DSP
accredited
for short?
woman.
So
That's a
he-
long name. DSP.
So he's like George St. Pierre. He's like, what's going on?
GSP.
So-
All right. All right.
It
George
rhymes.
St. Pierre.
It
George.
rhymes, dude.
All right.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's your night. You're taking care of the kid tonight. And she's like, what? Oh my god, I fucking forgot. This is why I'm like, she's a space case. She's dumb.
Whoa.
She's like, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's not something you forget. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's a kid here that's mine.
It's actually trippy right now because like,
This is why abortions are important.
yeah. I'm actually going back into the space of like the emotional space of being
Take you there, dude. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's her turn to watch the little dude tonight.
So he comes in and he like looks around and he sees me and he just like stares me down.
So hold on. But
like-
he's completely skipped over the other ex. He just like bypassed.
Oh,
he knows that
he's
guy.
like having a smoke in the backyard or something. He
Oh,
doesn't
okay,
even
okay.
know-
So it's just you.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, he smokes great.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
This is everyone smokes in this story. I probably started smoking because of this fucking story.
Yeah, you're making me want to have a smoke.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just like staring me down. He's like, "Who the fuck's this guy?"
He's saying that to the girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. He's saying that to.
He's
DSP.
saying that to the kid. He's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, look at him.
Did you know about this?" She's like, "I don't know."
How old's the kid?
Old
Old enough to understand.
maybe like 5 or 6.
Old enough to understand.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's cool
Alright.
with seeing like
Yeah,
if his
yeah,
parents fight, it's chill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I immediately like, I don't know what to do,
Sure. This is insane.
and like, so he's just like starts going off on her. They like go into another room fighting. The kid like comes up to me. He's like, "Hi," and I'm like,
New dad.
"Hi." Yeah. I'm just like, what is going on? Like eventually the cool ex comes back into the room and he's like, "Oh hey, what the? Oh okay."
Yeah.
He showed up. He showed up. Yeah.
I know this kid.
yeah. Basically, yeah. Yeah. So he's like, "Oh okay, that's what's happening."
Yeah.
Whatever.
So it's just you and the ex and a kid.
yeah, and it's like, and then the baby daddy's like
Yelling.
arguing in another room with her.
Borderline
or whatever.
domestic.
Just
Okay.
being like, you can just bring him around new guys. What the fuck is this? What's going on here? Is he blah 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 blah?
Right.
Honestly, that's a good like. If you know she's a nudist and you're like, God, I hope I don't show up and she's grouting with a naked man, because I'm about to leave my son here.
So that's the terrifying.
He's
part
got a
of it.
point.
Yeah. That's totally
So
fair.
you understand that's the terrifying part. If he had shown up earlier, I would like. I don't know what he. Anyways, you're
Anyways.
naked with blah blah blah. So
Got
like,
it.
I don't even realize at first that this is like about the kid. I literally just think it's like an angry, controlling ex who's like,
Right.
"You could never be with another man ever," or whatever. Even though the other ex is there and they seem to be friends. They're like, "Oh hey man, hey." What's
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
What's
They
up?"
understand how the world works.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fucking weird. So it's like, so the next kind of couple hours are a little blurry because like, I know this is where the shit's happening. So we're drunk, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. This guy shows up and we're just like, what the fuck is going on? Basically, what kind of happens is I start getting questioned by this guy,
By the daddy.
and he's just like, "Where'd you meet her? You go on one of those like online sites? Is that what it is? You're on like
Yes.
one of those like those online dating things?" And I'm just like,
Precisely correct, sir.
and I mean, I guess it was like a decade ago. So I mean, if you're that rednecky as this guy was, he probably was dating on a computer. Huh? But also, it was
We go to family reunions.
Yeah, dude, you should have been like, yeah. She said online she had a kid, so I thought I'd come over and chill, dude.
That's what he thought. That's what he. You're literally you nailed the head on.
I'm
the,
in
of
this
the
guy.
thingy of
I'm in
that
this
expression.
guy's head though a little bit.
no,
I'm in this guy's head where I'd show up and I'd see another dude and I'd be like, "Ah, man, I don't know if I want to leave my kid here with just a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if I could do it."
He
Totally.
literally says
Totally.
to me, he's like, you one of those guys who's like trolling for kid pussy online. Just the greatest
Ew.
way you can probably. I'll never forget
Ew.
the way I know.
It's a
I know.
gross way to say it.
And I mean, to be fair, I was, but no, but like, no, but he's like,
In his defense.
I have to be like, and he's obviously
Guilty.
like heightened already because he's just
Sure,
like,
sure,
me punch
sure,
thing,
sure.
me man.
I mean, he actually sounds kind of reasonable so far.
Yeah, dude.
But okay, go on.
but okay, first of all, it's
No,
just
no,
like,
no, okay, sorry, go on.
do not take his side.
I'm sorry. I know. I haven't heard the full story yet.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
know she had a kid.
I know. No. I'm also not putting you at fault. I
Yeah,
want you
that's-
to know.
Well,
That's
Mr. Centrist,
insane,
take both
dude.
people's
Yes,
side,
that is typical me. Ask all my best friends. It drives them nuts that I don't ever choose a side. Sorry, go
I'm
on.
just as bad. That's why we're friends. But yeah, no, it's like I literally have to be like, dude, I didn't know that she even had a kid. Like, I didn't know she was a mom. She didn't tell me shit. She was just like, come hang out today or whatever. And
Come hang out. I'm naked grouting.
we're naked grouting. Like,
And you legit probably wouldn't have shown up if she had a kid.
Of course not.
no. I mean, I might have been like, okay, like.
Well,
I
if we-
I've dated
if we
people
can
with kids
set-
where I don't care. Like,
if we can
whatever.
set
You hear
a
that,
boundary.
ladies? Scumbag. Just booked him. Just booked him.
No, but like I would have probably been like, okay.
Yeah, don't
so
chill with the
what-
kids there. That's
I,
weird
I
as hell.
generally would be like, is there an X in the picture that I like? Because you just want to just get, because
Sure.
I've dated
Sure,
single
sure.
mothers before, and you just want to kind of like make sure what's the picture of that.
Okay,
Anyways,
so this guy's talking to you.
defend myself. I'm not trash talking.
I
his
love
mom.
how we're bringing you into
so
the
this
depths.
guy, this guy's yelling at you. He's talking to you. Are you the only two in the room, or is the mom there too?
So here's what sort of happened. There was basically like the four of us were like chilling together. I'm like, this foursome is not going how I thought it would. We're like chilling. We're in her room at some point. I don't know why. Why have we moved upstairs? Wow, it sounds like we were trolling for a foursome.
It does sound like it's
Weird.
getting a little hot.
this upstairs.
Yeah. Angry, angry sex where I get beat up.
Yeah.
And it's like we're kind of chilling or whatever, and he just keeps like staring me down, and I'm like, I don't know. So I've never met this guy. I don't know if he's trying to be like, I'm crazy, ha ha ha, or if he's actually crazy because he's trying to like intimidate me now.
When it comes to kids, men
Oh,
can be crazy.
I 100%.
Yeah.
This was the day I learned that.
Sure.
It's
Uh-oh.
yeah. It's he's basically like, yeah. Oh, you meet people online, and then he's like, cause she's I know all about her. She goes on these fucking fetish sites and like meets these crazy guys. That's
I
why.
bet it was Fat Life.
That's why I'm like, maybe it was FetLife. I was probably,
Damn.
honestly, if
Yes.
it was my
Nice.
first date on FetLife.
Hell yeah.
And I haven't used it a lot since because.
What was her
like,
fetish? Okay, you don't know. It doesn't matter.
Getting
Go on.
her butt beat black and blue, if it was. I've met a couple interesting people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, don't come around my kids.
Black and blue.
Yeah, now that
No,
I'm
no.
really starting to choose this guy's side. I'm sorry, go on.
I don't like aggressive sex play in the bedroom. Anyways.
Okay, fair enough.
So I
What
don't
do
know
you
why
like in the bedroom, Dave?
I like soft cuddling.
Let's
Ew.
make it about this, dude.
Yeah. No, I don't want to.
Okay, so you're upstairs.
Yeah.
Buddy's still pissed at you.
We're hanging. He still keeps like looking at me and
Yeah,
going
he's
off
giving you
about this
little
and that.
daggers.
Yeah, and the other annoying thing is like everyone here smokes, so everyone keeps like sort of cycling in and out of the house and like going for a smoke or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
guess what eventually happens? I end up alone in the room with this guy. I should have bailed at this point.
That's why you got to smoke.
I should have bailed at this point, but I'm pretty drunk and I'm like
Mm-hmm.
I should not drive. And also, if I leave my car outside the front of the house, this guy's gonna do something to my car. Like I got that vibe from him because he was
Sure,
so fucking. Ugh.
You're in a weird situation. I get it. I
yeah.
get it. Absolutely.
Yeah, and even okay. So also like, there's even like them arguing and saying things like, "Oh, well, but you were in here naked, being a nudist again, in front of this guy." Blah blah blah.
They were saying that to her?
Slut shamey, just the shitty one. And slut shamey. I don't want my daughter to grow up to be a slut. Blah blah blah. Just like this.
All right. So this guy was a real ass dude
Yeah,
at
no.
first, but now he kind of sucks.
No, he yeah, very quickly.
Yeah,
just
very
went and-
quickly. Okay. All right.
Religious freedom. If she wants to be a Buddhist, let her do her thing, bro.
Yeah. Go back to the well, Ed. It's not dry.
It's never dry where I'm from, baby.
All right. Go on.
So, and I should say at this point, Cool X was like sticking up for me at this point. He's like, dude, calm down. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, he didn't know, man. They were
Yeah.
just hanging out. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
He's just trying to get some tail, man.
yeah, he's just trying to fuck your ex.
Literally.
He's
I
trying to
mean,
fuck your baby mom.
well, he doesn't know you anything, bro. Like, he doesn't know
No.
you. You think he cares about your feelings? Fuck off.
Yeah,
like, yeah. Sorry. He's just he's chasing some poon. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. And so he's just like, dude, like, chill, leave him alone or whatever. Like, they clearly, like, are either friendly or at least they know each other. They're, like,
Yeah.
joking around at some point.
They understand. Yeah, they have somewhat of a dynamic in a
Yes,
relationship. Fair
exactly.
enough.
And it
they've
gets
been
to-
around long enough in this
Yeah,
woman's
yeah.
life to know each other.
And it gets to the point where at one point he's like, all of a sudden out of nowhere, Cool X is just like, all right, dude, listen, you gotta fucking leave this guy alone. What is your fucking problem with this guy?
So he's saying that to you or the crazy?
He's saying that to the
ex?
crazy. He's actually sticking up. And he's just like, leave him the fuck alone. Like,
So
what is your fucking
he's getting
problem?
aggressive now.
Yeah, because he's just like, because he keeps staring me down and saying aggressive things to me.
Sure.
And he's just like, okay.
I can't believe you stayed, but okay. Yeah,
It was.
I know, and I feel like I'm victim blaming you. Like, what were you doing? Why did you stay? What were
That's
you
why
wearing?
they
was
need
really
lower deductibles on car insurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was my father's car, and if I had gotten home and he had smashed my car up, what would my father have done to me?
Fair enough.
Punchy. No.
Okay. So Cool X is now standing up for you to Crazy X.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of like, fuck, like, thank God, like maybe it'll diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
This is what I hoped it would have done. And the guy's like, no, man, like, we're just talking it out. We're fine. And then he's like, all right, cool, man. Well, as long as you guys are cool.
Cool X is saying, he's cool, man.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you bought that?
This guy's crazy.
Yeah, it's so anyways.
Okay.
So now we kind of get to the peak of it, where I talked about the smoke cycles, people going in and out of the house.
You brought that up.
So Cool X and Crazy Mom go out for a smoke together.
Out making out. No
And I'm just like, all right, I think maybe it's time to like go and leave and da-da-da.
Yeah.
So I go to walk out of the room, and then guess who comes to the doorway and blocks off the doorway?
Oh,
the kid?
It was the kid. No, it was the crazy guy. Crazy baby daddy.
Oh.
And he just kind of stands there, and he's like, have a seat. So he's like Chris Hansen and me.
Really? He made you sit back down?
He was like, go have a sit. And I was just like, okay. He's like, go fucking sit down. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do,
So
man.
why did you
I
bring
don't get into
cookies?
conflict. I live a safe life.
Sure. No. I get it. Totally. I'm empathizing with that. That's crazy. As somebody that actually does get into conflict, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because it's like, weren't you upset that I'm here? Like, I'm trying to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to help. I'm making you feel better about this whole. I'm fucking getting out of here. Okay, so
doing him a
he
favor.
stops you at the door and says, "Get back in and sit down."
Yeah. But then he tries to be like, no, come on, man. Like, I'm fucking
trying to
with
be
you.
buddy with
I'm
you?
just fucking with you, man. I'm just fucking with you.
No, you're not. I hate people like
Yeah.
that. Holy fuck. Commit to being a prick so we can fucking fight, or be a nice dude. Don't fucking be a douchebag, and then once somebody else gets like, whoa, what the hell? He's like, oh, I'm just fucking with you. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
Let me smash your teeth in, or let's have fun. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
Fine, let's
That's so
fucking do this, bro.
Okay, yeah, that's
Oh,
it. Next
dude.
Scumbag or Scoundrel, you're gonna watch me and Ed
Fucking
fight.
more like fucking Scoundrel versus fucking Scumbag.
What? No, I'm the Scoundrel. You're the Scumbag.
No.
You guys still not
dude.
decided who is the scumbag and who's
No,
the
we
scoundrel?
haven't at all.
We actually haven't.
And anyways, I'm sorry.
We keep doing bits over
we
your
keep
story.
doing bits over your story.
That's
So
fine, just
you
pad my
are.
story, but, you know.
So you are. You're trying to leave. He has made you sit back down. He's being a fucking little pussy fucking piece of
Yeah.
shit bitch that can't commit to being a dick because
Yeah.
he's scared of getting hurt. That's what if you can't commit to being a prick, that's because you're scared to get fucked up. Anybody watching this, be a prick or don't. Those are your two options. Fuck you.
He was about 90% of the time, but then once in a while he'd try to be like, okay, man, come on, we're buds now.
No,
buds
we're
now.
not.
We're buds-
Fuck
are we
you.
buds
Oh
now?
my god,
Are
what
we
a
buds?
loser. I hate him. Okay,
Yeah.
this guy, I hate him. Go on.
I hope so.
I do. I haven't even heard the worst part. I fucking loathe this individual.
So he's just like, yeah, you gotta understand. Like I'm a dad, He's like, sits me down. He's like, yeah, I understand. I'm a dad, right? Like, anybody would do it. And it's funny because, like, he said that earlier on, and everyone else was like, yeah, no, I get it. The other Cool X is like, yeah, I'm a dad. I get it. And I'm like, no, this is psychotic.
No, this is
not,
insane.
Okay. So
Being
he's
a
like,
father doesn't give you the right to be a douche.
yeah, especially, like, I didn't know she had a kid.
Yeah.
I did not know
Sure.
she had a fucking
Let
kid.
me leave, please.
Yes, let me leave. And so he sits down to me, and he's like, so you gotta understand. I'm just here, like any dad would do it. I'm just here to defend my
Okay.
kid. And then he kind of stops. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I'm trying to be like,
Yeah, it's one of those things you
jokey,
just
friendly
go,
guy. Like,
okay.
yeah, we're buds. We're buds. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Uh-huh.
And he just kind of goes and he looks at me. And he's just like, sitting right next to me. He's like, what'd you do if I stabbed you right now?
What?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know. I'd probably get stabbed and maybe die. What do
I'd
you
bleed.
mean? Like, what
That's
would you
what
do
I
if I would
said.
stab
That is
you?
literally what I
I'd
said.
probably get stabbed.
I was like, I'll probably get stabbed and die. I'm a
Should've been
funny
like,
guy, huh?
I'll pull out my 44 and blow your fucking head off.
That's what he
dude.
should have said. I don't know. I'd still have enough energy in me to fuck your fucking girlfriend, you pussy. Fucking kill yourself, bitch. I'll
Well,
fuck you up.
In hindsight, that's what I should have said.
Buddy, I'll be bleeding out and I'll still fucking come.
Yeah.
Don't you worry
It'll
about
be
it.
hard to
Fuck
maintain an
you.
erection with the blood draining, but I'll find
Yeah,
a way.
you'll find a way.
I'll
I
get a
know you,
fucking-
Dave.
Get a transfusion and just be like,
I'm gonna
yeah.
survive.
That's insane. So you're sitting now. Is it still just the two of you?
Yes.
Okay, so you're sitting now. He goes, "What would you do?" Because this is like,
yeah,
as
yeah.
ironically, I do like to play this hypothetical game with my friends just to fuck with them. And go like, "What would you do if I just stabbed you in the eyeball?" And it's the obvious question is, you would die because I stabbed you in the
Yeah, yeah.
eyeball. That's the funny haha moment. We go, "Our."
If you had done that to me at any point, I would have been like, I have a story.
I know this is
Because of
crazy.
that exact-
I can't believe I've never heard this. So,
Yeah.
okay, so he says, "What would you do if I would stab you?" You said, "I would get stabbed and probably die."
I would just have him probably die.
That's
I mean,
funny as fuck. That's a
what would
great
happen.
response. That's a
Yeah.
great response.
Yeah.
What does he say?
Let me see if the camera line's right for this. He goes, haha. Nothing in his hand.
Oh, I was like, "What the fuck? Did
He
you
pre-
get stabbed?"
No,
I
no,
was
he
like, how did I
he
know that?
pretends to stab me and then
Yo,
goes,
that's
I'm just
fucking
kidding,
lame
man.
as fuck.
I'm just kidding. We're buds, right? I'm just kidding, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
This
What
guy's
a
a fucking
fucking-
cringy. What's his name? Let's dox this fucking
Dox
loser.
this guy.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's not. I don't want to get pretend stabbed by this fucking wiener.
Yo, dude, you pretend to stab me, I'll call Isaac and we'll fucking figure the
I'll
plan out.
fuck you up, dude. Okay, so he has now pretended to stab you.
Yeah.
What do you do in this situation, Dave? How do you respond to that? Do you go
Fuck,
along with
that
the
would make
bit?
you
Are you
so
awkwardly
mad.
trying to laugh?
I
I know, but you'd be so mad, but it is scary too. This is like an unhinged individual. I get that.
I think my brain just sort of turned off in that point, and I think I was just like, okay, I didn't have a.
you didn't
witty
even laugh with
one-liner.
him. Yeah, you didn't.
No, I was just like, okay, like I was like, you didn't though, but
Yeah.
like also my body's like, you just
What a
some guy.
fucking loser. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
And then he's like, we're buds now, haha.
No,
Right?
we're
Are we
not.
buds, huh? We got it out of our system. I'm like, what did I get out of my fucking system?
Yeah, we got it out of our system.
Probably a little bit of poop if that was me.
yeah.
Just a little
bit of pee, a little
pre-cum,
bit of
just a
poop.
little pre-cum.
Little dirt squirt, I would have been scared.
Yeah. And so naturally I'm like, so when's the foursome happening? But like at this point it wasn't happening.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, too
But-
bad he didn't look at you and go, yo, what would you do if I fucked you?
And then he pulls out a fake dick and,
And
stabs
you'd be
you in
like,
the head. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd love you forever, and we'd raise that baby boy
okay,
together.
okay.
dude.
So Dave, what happens now? What is the end of this?
what's the exit
What is the exit
strategy?
strategy on this?
Hilariously, nobody is in the room but me and this guy. The other two are having a smoke. Probably wouldn't even have heard me if I'd been like, help, I'm stabbed and dying. So eventually they come back in and they're like laughing and whatever. And
They had just fucked real quick, for sure.
Yeah.
So hot.
Give
Honestly, that rules.
a couple blowies on the front.
That's
too.
pretty
Yeah, yeah.
cool. Fuck yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, hey, you guys are back. Da, da, da.
Thank God.
Yeah. And so eventually the
Where's
guy
the kid during all this? I'm sorry. Where is the kid?
probably
during all this?
practicing stabbing people in his room
Okay,
or
so
something. I don't
he
fucking know.
is left
or
alone.
she, or I don't remember. It was a girl. I
Whatever.
think, but
This
whatever.
child.
No, we're gonna figure out the gender of this baby. That's the most important part of the story.
This child of 5 or 6
Yeah.
is completely left alone.
He's like,
during
here's
all
an
this.
iPad.
yeah.
Okay.
Here's an iPad with 4chan. Let her rip, little boy.
4chan. And also, this one's Reddit. If you want to hop on there.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and I don't know. The kid, honestly, the kid's probably like put down and probably going to sleep now.
They just
It's-
put
it's-
him
it's
down like a
okay.
dirty old dog.
Yeah.
Inject him. All right, sorry.
He broke
go
his
on.
leg. It's so expensive to fix, man. And
Can't even race this fucking thing anymore. I'm the glue factory. Okay. So the kid is being
Yeah.
a kid by himself, which sucks.
Sleeping or something.
Okay, then the ex and the other ex come in after smashing for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so at this point, I'm just like trying to be like process what happened or whatever. Eventually, oh shit, I told a little bit out of order. Anyways, Sorry. I'm sorry.
so back to the beginning.
Yeah. Anyway,
we were
So
naked.
I was on Tinder. No. But no. All that happens is eventually the guy leaves, and I go to her and the cool ex, and I'm just like, so he just pretended to stab me. That's when the cool ex stuck up for me.
Yeah.
That's when he was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck is
Okay.
going on here, but like that's pretty fucked up or whatever. He's
that's
like,
weird
no,
as
we
fuck.
talked it out. He's like, we're good, man. We're
No,
good.
we're not good.
Now
You're
I see,
good, I'm not.
Now I see like he's kind of afraid of the other ex, and I'm like,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
the
if I
cool ex is like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
tough,
yeah.
eh? He fucked.
Yeah.
Is he built?
Like a redneck.
But you know
kinda
what? Some
build,
boys,
but
man, some guys just know how to fight.
like
All
a
right.
farm boy kind of.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
what's wrong with
Yeah.
farm boy rednecks?
Their dicks are too big.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Country is hell.
All
Country
right,
is
all right,
hell.
Everybody relax. Okay, so
Yeah.
so you have.
Don't you tell me to relax, motherfucker.
Oh, I can't relax, doggy. Okay,
Don't
so
make me
you.
fake shank you.
All
Yeah,
right,
okay.
so you've told the cool ex that you've almost gotten stabbed. He is now sticking up for you.
Yeah.
And now psychotic loser baby daddy X is scared of cool X.
Yeah, he's kind of like, no, man, we talked it out. You know, we talked it out. Don't worry about it. We talked it out. And the guy's like, all right, cool, we're good or whatever. During this whole time, my mind's kind of like, hey, girl, I came here to see what the fuck? Where do you figure into this
Little
story?
backup, please.
Yeah, just like, and she's just like probably rolling her eyes, like, oh, here we go again.
That's another Tuesday night.
That's another dead date. But yeah, and so. Yeah, but this is what this is the peak of everything that's happened, and I'm kind of like, now it's time to leave.
Yeah. So you finally got out of that house at that moment.
I went out front, and I was like, I'm gonna head out, and she's just like, oh, you don't want to hang out?
No,
like,
I don't want to hang out with you and your 2 ex-boyfriends. You fucking idiot.
Hey, and the kid. Maybe they were gonna watch some Shrek, bro.
I mean, that does rule.
Yeah.
Donkey, what are you doing in my swamp?
Donkey, what would you do if I stabbed you?
Oh, donkey, I'm gonna blow a fat load on your fucking tits and
Hell yeah, dude.
Donkey.
Sorry, which Shrek movie is this that we're doing right now?
This is Shrek of the fucking 69.
Okay.
Donkey, the way I make my cock feel.
I've only seen the second one, so I don't know this one.
Oh, donkey, I'm gonna blow a
dude.
fat load, donkey. Oh,
Donkey.
Donkey, hold on, me 2 exes are coming over, donkey.
Dude, that's a great Shrek, bro.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Yo, dude.
I'm working on it.
Yo, Disney, you need to do Shrek. Adult
Yo.
Shrek, baby.
Also, not Disney. It was DreamWorks, but also Disney. Anything you
Yo,
need, dude. I'll do anything
DreamWorks,
for
more
money.
like wet DreamWorks, because Isaac's going to get in the Shrek. Dude,
That
you should
ruled.
start painting yourself green and doing porn.
Okay.
Be Shrek, dude. But
Don't say it so earnestly and
Call
honestly.
yourself
Like,
Deck.
that sucks.
you're like, oh, and how do you feel now?
Yeah, you like that green cookie and you're a fucking asshole, donkey. Oh, no.
Oh, dude.
Donkey, I'm about to blow a wad.
Quack, 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 quack.
I was still okay. I'm sorry.
Like
Anyways,
uncle or something. Jesus.
anyways. Oh, donkey. All right,
Oh, donkey. Okay, so yeah,
you get out of there.
all that's happened. We watched some Shrek porn, and then I was like, it's time to get
So hot.
the fuck out of here. The kid loves it. He's like, yeah. Oh, God. 5 some. No, okay. Cut all of that out, please. So yeah, so I basically go to leave, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, here, I'll come out. I'll walk you out." Or it's like, "I don't. Why are you going?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, you're an idiot. You're a fucking dumb fucking idiot." And I'm just like, "Yeah, that's not cool." She's like, "Oh, he's a dad. No, don't give me that bullshit. Oh, he's allowed to fucking, you know."
He's allowed to be a fucking loser because he had a child.
And
It's
it's
like, no, the
violently
standards are
harassed.
higher, in fact.
And it's
Oh my
also
God.
like,
Be a
guess
role
what?
model.
You're a mom.
Yeah.
So maybe remember when your kid's coming over and don't get fucking
Okay.
naked and
So-
do great work with Dave. dude.
Dave, do you ever go on a second date?
No.
Thank fuck, man. That sucks.
Damn.
I know I didn't. I don't know why I said that. No, wait, did I?
I hope not.
Why would I ever go on a
Did
second
you?
date? No, I. Hold on, I
You
gotta think
burped
about this.
right into it.
I tried not to, and then I did it, dude.
Oh no, I
did
know.
it.
Sorry, I know what happened. I never went on like a date with her. Like years later, she like added me on Facebook, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
She was like, "Can I just like apologize in person?" I'm like, "Are you gonna bring him with you? Like this sounds like a setup."
Yeah.
And we literally went and like had coffee, and she's like,
Ah, that's nice though.
she's like,
That
I'm
is
an
nice.
idiot. I'm an idiot, and blah blah blah. And
I mean, man, yeah, I'm all for giving people room to grow
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking be better. That rules. That's really nice that she did that and,
Yeah.
and was like, yo, sorry for putting you in a crazy situation.
and she's like, "Are you
Clearly, she's grown as a person.
Yeah. And I'm like, you're a mom, like your kid's around that fucking energy, like whatever. He's his dad, but I'm like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's not a great energy, but hey, you can't choose your parents.
Yeah, so she's like, I meet up with her, and she's like, you still down for that foursome? Hey! Yeah.
He brings it around, and donkey, I would love to have a fucking foursome on you, fucking fat ass donkey.
I'm not gonna do any of the other Shrek voices. I don't think it's good if I do them.
Hey Shrek, I'm a donkey.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was trying to avoid.
Shrek.
I'm a donkey, Shrek.
Okay. Ed.
When he just says, I'm a donkey. I'm an idiot.
Yo, shit, I'm a donkey.
Did you know what animal I am? No, like that's.
I am booze and booze.
Puss and butts, bro.
Nice one. Very cool.
Thank you, king of Canadian podcasting, right here, dude.
You're the point guard of podcasting. Dude.
Well, dude, I'm the king.
Eddie J.
I'm the king now, dude. I'm the Canadian.
All right,
one,
that
dude.
rules. Okay, so Ed, what do we think here? Who's the scumbag? Who's the scoundrel?
This mom.
Because this is crazy. This sucks.
Guys, I'm actually going to need to pause the podcast to go call social services on this bitch.
Hello.
Because this is, dude, this is an unhealthy environment.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that child, and I hope they...
I do feel bad for the
Yeah,
kid.
both those parents are
Straight up.
scumbags.
Yeah.
Dave...
Should I say her name on the
No,
podcast so people can go find
please
her?
don't. Do
Dude,
not.
Kathleen Wynne. It's ridiculous that she's going to get away with this. I can't handle it.
Dave used to date Kathleen Wynne. That would
Only once.
She,
It was a
yeah.
one night.
Privatized hydro.
You got the
and
same
she's
glasses.
a bad mother.
Yeah.
Orville Redenbaugh.
But you're a scoundrel, and
You're a
I'd say cool ex-boy. That's
cool
what I'm
ex-boy
calling-
rules. He's
Cool
not even a
ex-boy
scoundrel.
rules.
That guy fucking slaps. That guy's great. I
Proof
really,
there's angels.
I really dig that. I genuinely
Yeah.
like. It's so what? Like, I'm not even doing a bit here. I do fucking dig the fact that he kind of shows up, and he sees that she's seeing somebody else, and is like, cool, man. Like, I've moved on with my life. Like,
Yeah,
he just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, let's hang out and be buddies. Like, that fucking rules. I
Yeah.
really genuinely dig that.
Yeah.
The scoundrel is, unfortunately, no scoundrels. You're a scoundrel. Never mind. You're a scoundrel. The ex-boyfriend is a fucking goddamn
He's a scumbag.
king. No. Sorry, not
Oh,
the
cool
the
ex-boy.
ex-boyfriend is a
Cool
king.
ex-boy.
But then the
Baby daddy.
the baby daddy and the mother are both scumbags. They're honestly perfect for each other.
Scumbags,
They
yeah.
both suck so much ass. However, I will say, you saying that she wanted to meet up for coffee and apologize, that actually did win her back over a little bit for me. So I
No,
was
she's
like,
still a
nah,
scumbag.
man, that did win me a little bit
You
over.
know she's
I
gonna
have
be
to
like, come back over, Dave, and the next thing you know,
Did she try and fuck
Yeah,
you after
dude.
that?
Scumbag, you didn't answer fast
If
enough.
she
Dave.
tried to
What
fuck
the
you,
hell?
it's
No,
scumbag
like she.
again.
I think she's probably still wanted to. I just had
You're
realized.
so hot,
I just
Dave.
realized.
That's why we've been touching you this
Yeah, that's
whole
why we've been
time.
touching you this whole
Hello.
time.
No,
It's hot,
I realize
and I
now.
love it.
I almost gave her too much credit. She wasn't like, "Hey, do you want to meet up? I'm going to apologize." She was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Do you meet up?" And I'm like, "Are you going to apologize?" And I
That's what
told
you said to
her,
her?
and then she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry about that. It was not her intention." So I realized I
she's a
gave her
piece
too
of
much
shit.
credit.
Fucking
Yeah.
Fuck her.
scumbag.
She was
Nah,
aware.
she wanted that Dave inside of her. That's what that was.
She's like, hey, I'm having a party.
Honestly, though, kind of respect it too. That kind of rules. I want Dave inside of me too. Oh, David, you fucking donkey.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so in order of scumbag to scoundrel, it goes ex-boyfriend, shitty ex-boyfriend. That guy fucking sucks.
Bad
I
ex-boy. There's
thought
bad
it was
What a
ex-boy, cool
fucking
ex-boy.
loser. The girl,
She's
like
a scumbag.
Yeah,
No,
she's a mid-tier
scumbag.
for me. You know what she says? She just sounds clueless and dumb as fuck. That's what she sounds like to me.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? You bring a little baby into this world. You
I
better
know.
step it up and stop being such a dumbass. That's what I say.
Sure. I think that there's truth in that, but I mean,
Scumbag.
there's a lot of dumb fucking parents too. So it's like, you know, I'm not judging her too harshly. She just sounds dumb. That's what she sounds like. I don't think she's like, because scumbag to me is like intentionally shitty. To me, she sounds just dumb.
Yo, dude, that's the mother of Dave's child you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that is the mother of Dave's child.
the fuck?
Sorry. And then Dave, who is just, trying to figure out this crazy situation. And then the boy, the
Yeah.
other ex-boyfriend, that guy was actually pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like him. I wouldn't mind having a beer with that guy.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because I met a dude recently in Toronto, a buddy of mine that I've worked on some films with, and he kind of looks like the guy who stuck up
Yeah.
for me. So immediately I was just drawn to him. I'm
Sure,
like, he seems
sure.
like a cool guy
Yeah.
who sticks up for people
Yeah.
who are about to get fake
Dude.
stabbed.
I've definitely had that too, where somebody, if they genuinely look like a certain individual, I go, oh man, this guy's
Yeah.
kind of.
Shout out to Kellen.
it's-
You're a good dude, Kellen.
It's always the worst though when they don't live up to your expectations.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh man, you kind of look like this dude, and you're like, oh no, oh no.
I thought you were going to be amazing based on someone you sort
Yeah.
of look like.
Based off of nothing.
yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's a wild ride, Dave.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude, you really took us through it. I'm glad I'm sitting here with you though,
Yeah.
and you're not a scumbag.
No, you're a good
You're in
dude,
fact a
buddy.
scoundrel, bro.
I wouldn't even call you a scoundrel. You're just
Yeah,
an
you're a
idiot.
victim.
You're just an idiot chasing poon that fucking got into a crazy situation. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's tough because I was just gonna give you advice to be like, oh, well, next time you're going to date, maybe ask first, do you have any kids? But that's a deal breaker either
right
way.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're like, oh, you want
Would
to
you
come over
date
tonight?
another girl with children?
Yeah, but
Only if the dad's in
Damn,
the picture.
you are
still.
lonely.
but I should. I mean,
I'm just like, bro, whoa, dude. Right wing Isaac over here.
What?
Yo, single
right.
mothers are going through a lot, you fucking dick.
All right, fair enough. Hey, fair enough.
I'm on
Fair
the
enough.
left
It's-
side
if-
of the table, people.
I could qualify that if you really want to know the specifics of my dating life, though. Like,
Yeah, who you seeing?
I
What's it
date.
about?
Well, no, I was like,
Yeah, what's her name? Let's dox her.
Is it Shrek?
I meant more. It is, and you gave it away. No, but like, it's more. I'm a polyamorous person.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
That rules.
yeah, baby.
Sure,
so
that's fun.
It's in the way that like I don't tend to have like a main partner.
Sure.
So I don't give a fuck if you have a kid. Like that has
right.
nothing to do with you really. But to be in a monogamous relationship with someone with a kid
Oh,
would
I
be
see.
difficult. I've done it. I
see.
dated someone for 5 years and kind of played stepdaddy and
Sure.
did that.
Sure.
But I also got a vasectomy a couple years ago because I ain't
Hell
have my own
yeah,
kid.
nice.
I ain't having one of those.
Nice.
Snip.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I would, of course, but like with conditions.
Sure. With conditions to this parole.
Yeah,
That's,
you better. If you have exes who are crazy, you better have another really cool ex to stand up for me.
Yeah. If you have a crazy ex who's gonna kick my ass, you better have another really cool ex who's gonna save my ass.
Right?
All right. Cool, man. I mean, that was beautiful, Dave. That was
That was a
poetic.
wonderful
That was
story.
a wonderful story, buddy.
You're a scoundrel,
You're a
Dave.
scoundrel, Dave. But let me tell you, that ex-boyfriend, real scumbag. Yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. Thank you
Oh,
for
yeah.
coming
Hell
on, buddy.
yeah.
That was a good time.
I-
You
was,
go get.
yeah.
We need you to do one thing: is go get in more trouble so we can bring you on here. and you can
dude,
tell us some more.
we want to hear
sexy
some more
stories.
fucking sex.
Alright.
Thank you. I want to hear some more stories.
I want you to get on Craigslist and start meeting up with people.
Yeah, this is your new assignment.
Homework.
For Scumbag or Scoundrel is to go on Craigslist and meet up with as many psychotic.
And you
people
two at home, I want you to put out a Craigslist
Yeah.
ad right now.
Craigslist
say,
ad.
Park at dark, baby. Let's meet.
Also, hey, you guys at home, if you're listening to this and you got any wild stories that you don't got the cock and balls to share yourself, but you want us to tell it on your behalf, we're happy to do that. Me
Yeah,
and Ed
send
will
'em in.
fucking do an episode. Send them in. Message
We'll,
me. You can even anonymously message.
We'll have a
me.
we actually have an email address that we
We
haven't
do.
used.
I've
I'll
never
put the
signed into it,
I'll
but we
link the
do.
email to I'll link the email in the video. If you
Yeah.
got a crazy story,
Yeah.
if
That you just
you-
want to tell, it's so wild, but
Get
you're
it
like,
off your
and you don't
chest.
want to be associated with it, dude. That fucking rules.
we won't
We
dox
will keep you. We won't dox
We
you. We'll
won't
keep you
blackmail
anonymous.
you. Hold it over
We
your
will
head.
joke about doxing you for sure.
Yes, we're definitely gonna hint that shit about
We're gonna
you.
hint that shit, but we won't actually dox you. So yeah, dude, that would fucking rule too, because we talked about this a while ago of like
Yeah.
doing like episodes with like other people's stories of just like talking about that and going like, all right, let's fucking talk about this one. You know?
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Even if
that'd be a
even
good
if
time.
you want to send in like a voicemail of you telling the story too, that would also
Yeah.
be fun. So we could
I-
pause it and listen to it.
Yeah.
We're taking this thing all kinds of places. I hope
All
you're
kinds of
along for
places.
the ride.
Are you along for the ride?
Are you? I don't know. Are you guys fucking on the ride?
Welcome to the Gorge.
Hell yeah, dude. Guys, it's been another fantastic episode.
That was great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave, I know you're clapping at home.
David Koval.
Where can people check you out? Is there anything coming
Yeah,
up
man.
that is
Anything that
going
you want
on?
people to see aside from Home Alone?
Home Alone, baby. Go watch Prey if you have Hulu. So if you're American, I guess.
Hulu.
So nobody watching this.
I mean, I also do a comedy stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch most Sundays, and it's called Dave Controls the Airwaves.
Yeah, we'll link
I
that.
love that. We'll
Yeah,
link that. We'll link
Yeah,
that.
100%.
Yeah, go check it out. It's like a watch party. We watch comedy, we watch YouTube, sketch comedy, and then I do some fun bits.
Hell yeah,
So.
He does bits. That rule.
that does.
Let me tell you guys, have a happy Canada Day.
Well, hold on. This isn't
Oh.
getting released on Canada Day, so.
Well, I know, but I hope you had a good
I
day
hope
today.
you guys had a good Canada Day, and whatever happens today that we don't know about, we're sorry about.
Isaac
anything.
endorses everything going on in Ottawa right now.
Is it still there? What?
They came back. They came back.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Is
Pierre.
that real?
Yeah, they're back up there. Pierre Poilievre's up there with them going, well, they're here marching for freedom. And
What are they protesting? I thought things were normal now. Is that for real? Are you fucking
Trudeau, the terrorist, is still the prime minister.
I mean, he is a terrorist. Hold on, Ed. I can't tell if you're doing a bit. Are they
No, they
back?
actually are back down there. There's
they
this
back?
guy who's doing like a Terry Fox thing, except he's got both legs and he's racist, and he's going across Canada for freedom.
I mean, that's.
I'm not kidding
Very
about
cool.
this.
Racist
Hell
Terry
yeah,
Fox.
dudes.
Very
Hey,
cool.
police, if you're in Ottawa, look out for U-Hauls filled with fertilizer and have a good night. This is Scumbag or Scoundrel.
All right, signing out.
Thank you.